You're now watching another episode of Watch More Sports. It's your boy G Dott, my man Big Lou, and we got exactly 7 days before the NFL draft. So we both Giant fans. You know the Giants got the. Oh, we both Jet fans. Excuse me. We both Jet fans. Excuse me.
Speak such blasphemy in my presence.
But we're gonna talk about both draft picks tonight. We're gonna talk about the Jets drafting number 3 and Giants drafting number 2. Yeah. Before I even get there though, imagine yourself you're a GM of an NFL squad, and you've got the number 1 pick, you got the number 4 pick. You need a quarterback. You need some help on offense. You need some help on defense. We're talking about the Browns here. You need help wherever you can get it. You're the GM of the Browns. Who you taking?
Saquon.
Saquon. Okay.
I'm taking Saquon Barkley because
with the number 1 pick,
there's 3 quarterbacks that I'm left with at the 4th pick. 1 of 3.
Oh.
You get Rosen, Darnold, or the Giants and the Jets can't pick all 3 of them.
Can you take a running back in today's NFL with the number 1 pick?
When he's going to be Le'Veon Bell, yeah.
Yeah, but like you lucky. If you're lucky, you're Frank Gore. You get to play till you're 33. Most running backs nowadays are Clinton Portis. You're done at age 30. Let's say Saquon played 2 years at Penn State. Let's say he's 21, 22 years old. You're drafting a player with the number 1 pick for 8 years, when you could draft a quarterback, franchise quarterback for the next. Your guy. Don't let it be what other teams choose for you, because I see what you're saying. But you could draft your guy for the next 15, 20 years at quarterback.
See, the thing about it is, unless one of those 3 blows you away, like they're like it's splitting hairs at this point with Rosen, Allen, and Darnold.
True.
Preference.
You have one of
them. Some people put Baker Mayfield ahead of all 3 of them.
Well, I'll get to Baker Mayfield in a second.
And I'm still trying to figure out how Lamar Jackson is in the conversation.
Well, all right. So,
but I don't want to get away from what you're saying.
Okay. Of the 3 major quarterbacks, Darnold, Allen, and Rosen.
Yeah.
Who would you take? Let's say you don't take Saquon first. You take a quarterback first. Who you taking?
Depends. If I'm the Giants, I want Darnold to fall.
Well, you're the Browns first.
You're the Browns, and I'm not going with Saquon with the first pick.
Not going with Saquon.
I'm gonna go. I might go with. It's gonna be a toss-up between the Joshes. Something I like.
Really?
I like Darnold, but I need a talent that is going to be able to make my lack of talent disappear. And Darnold is the type of talent that will maximize the talent you have there. I don't see him as the kind of guy that is making players better. Like
You're saying Rosen or
Darnold.
Darnold, okay.
Like Rosen, the thing with him is he locked in?
I think that's all. To me, that's all. I don't know how I feel about that though. Like they want players to be robots. I like the fact that he's more than just football. I like that about him. You know what I'm saying?
No, but it's not really about his off the field. It's in the game on the field that I've been watching. He needs to be more engaged. You know what I'm saying? Because if he was more engaged, you wouldn't worry about what he was doing off field. But it seems like he just showed up. It's just what he was doing today. You know what I'm saying? Not what he wanted to do today.
I mean, if that's the case, if he's putting those numbers up,
it's more Cutler than Manning. You know what I mean?
Ooh, okay. You're comparing him to Cutler. All right.
And I'll take Eli.
I see what you did there.
You know what I'm saying? Peyton is asking for a lot. But I'll take Eli, but you can't do Cutler.
Cutler.
And Cutler, I like Cutler.
That's a great comparison,
his attitude is not conducive. Like, he can't be your leader. You need to put someone else around Cutler to be the leader.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I want, in New York, I don't know if I need Josh Rosen. I don't know if you need him to be that quarterback. Like, in New York is a place where, like, it isn't a small town or mid-sized city where, you know what I'm saying? Like, New York, you could have your middle linebacker be the star of the team or the leader. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, in New York, like, Eli is not the vocal leader of the Giants by any means. You know what I'm saying? He's a leader on the team, but he's not the vocal leader of the Giants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I need Rosen to be that rah-rah guy. I need him. From what I understand, he's the most NFL ready of the three.
I would probably give that to Darno because he's very accurate.
He's inconsistent though.
He's inconsistent because I think his inconsistencies were bred from losing Juju and like he lost some talent.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where the
still USC.
Yeah,
USC.
You know what I'm saying? But when you lose NFL talent, that's like the next group has to step up, and if they need a year,
true,
and this is your year when you're supposed to win a Heisman and be the best thing moving, you might press a little, and that's why partly I give him a pass. But what I saw is he wasn't able to make the new recruits not the new recruits, but the next class up into stars off. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't able to cultivate them. You know what I'm saying? He was not like he, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't the type of dude who was mad at them for not being great, but he tried extra hard because there were deficiencies in their game. So he forced some plays, and he got more perceptions than he really need. You know what I'm saying? That you would want from him, but with his accuracy, if you put him in the right system, he can make plays for you.
Yeah, I don't know if the Browns would be the right. So if we're saying who's the best NFL, who's the most NFL ready, if I'm the Browns, I'll take Rosen because the Browns have been almost like an incompetent franchise for so many years. I need somebody that can plug in there day one and kind of just give them the keys and say, "Oh, do your thing. I don't need to hold your hand." So in that scenario, I take Rosen. But if I'm the Browns, I take Darnold 1. Let the Giants and Jets do their thing, and I take Saquon 4.
See, but I'm not certain that Saquon makes it past the Giants and the Jets.
Okay, so let's go to the second pick, right? So we live in the tri-state area. We live in New York, obviously. We're Jet fans, but obviously you can't help but see the Giants on TV.
Mm-hmm.
You're taking a running back as opposed to taking the heir to Eli Manning?
If I want to win a championship next year with Eli Manning...
Not winning a championship with that guy as a quarterback anymore. His best days are behind him.
The fact of the matter is, every year he won a championship, niggas was ready to run him out of town at the beginning of the season.
Eli?
Yes. But that run game, it made him look right because he was able to do what he needed to do with that play action.
I just don't see the physical ability there with Eli anymore. I don't see him throwing that 50-yard bomb to Odell.
Get him a running game. See, that's why I take a running back first with the pick and don't bat an eye. I sleep like a baby because the running game is the most important. If your running game is going, you will win games automatically.
All right, so here's the argument then. The pessimistic Giant fan is going to say, all right, you want to take Saquon Barkley? Fine. Here's what I would say. Does Saquon Barkley make you that much better for 2018/19 season? Or can the Giants still be competitive if they draft a quarterback who's going to ride the pine for a year, but your defense is healthy? I'll be starting from scratch. Everybody's healthy. Odell's back, right? You know what I'm saying? Pierre-Paul's gone, but you know what I mean? You draft the quarterback, let him sit, and in the rounds 2 through 7, you do what you got to do to make the team better. Because when the Giants are healthy, I think they're a playoff team. The NFC East is not that difficult to me. Dez is going on the Cowboys.
They can easily.
You can make the playoffs without. In other words, you can make the playoffs without drafting Saquon Barkley. If you're the Giants.
They can be the first seed, or they can end up the 4th seed in the NFC East. Because the NFC East, the talent between the teams isn't that far apart. You brought up the Cowboys. How much better did Ezekiel make the Cowboys?
A lot better, but they had the best line in the country too.
True, but that line came back to earth last year, and he still did numbers when he was in the game.
I don't want to say they came back to earth. I would just say, well, I think one of them got injured for the season. I forget which one, or was injured throughout the year. Zeke missed 6 games.
Yeah.
Right. So, but when he was playing, I think he still had 1,000 yards, even though he missed 6 games. So when they're healthy and everybody's there and the pieces are in place, they can run the ball on anybody.
When it was Tiki and Ron Dane and what
you talking about Eli from what, 8 years ago?
Yeah, but Eli wasn't the main event. It was that run game. And Eli was able to just make plays here and there. If you ask Eli to just make plays here and there, he shows out.
All right. I mean, I wouldn't be. I think more Giant fans would be disappointed that they passed up on a quarterback. Saquon Barkley is a freak of nature. Don't get me wrong, but I think a lot of fans would be like, "Man, Eli's got maybe 2 years if we're lucky, and you have the opportunity to draft this high. Why not get the quarterback now?"
Yeah, and he might be your next heir apparent, or he might be Ryan Leaf.
That's true too.
Saquon, it's almost certain he's not going to be Kajana Carter.
That's a good point.
Like, even though he's from Penn State.
That's a good point there.
You know what I'm saying? But now you have two athletes on the field who literally tilt the field in your favor. And now you have two of them who complement each other. Because now you have to pick your poison. Are you going to bring the safety down to keep Saquon in check? Oh, OBJ's going to eat.
Yeah.
Oh, no, bring that safety back.
I can see it.
Okay, now you got a 7-man front going against Saquon. It's a field day for Eli.
I can see it. I'll say this though. If Reese was still the GM, I could see them getting Saquon. New GM he wants to make the team his team.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting rid of players already. If you were looking to win this coming year, you wouldn't get rid of Pierre-Paul. If you were looking to win this year, you wouldn't cut Brandon Marshall today. Right?
If you were about to make a play on Des Bryant, you don't really need Brandon Marshall. And Pierre-Paul, he blew his fucking fingers off. That guy's he's not worried about you.
He still had 5 or 6 sacks last year though.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be a 15-sack guy.
Okay. Alright, so you're saying that's more of a salary, that's more salary cap purposes than whether or not you're gonna win this year.
Yeah, and Brandon is half a bump.
Yeah,
he was half a bump on the
31.
Jets.
I think he's 32 going on 33, something like that. So he's
you know what I'm saying? He lost some steps and he ain't had too many steps to begin with.
Alright, so boom, Jet fans. If I had my take, if you want to go first, or who would you take? If I had my choice, you see, the problem with this draft, there's no clear-cut quarterback that's better than the rest of the crop. I watched, because I'm a big fan of college football, I watched Darnold, I watched Rosen. I didn't watch Josh Allen, but Josh Allen's kind of got Ryan Leaf written all over him as opposed to Carson Wentz.
Is he Ryan Leaf or is he Joe Flacco?
Right, exactly. I don't want either one of them. Joe Flacco to me overrated too, and I like to come out of Delaware, but he hasn't done anything since he got that contract.
See, he's another one where if you give him what he needs to win, he takes you to Super Bowls.
He's getting paid like you need to get us to the Super Bowl. He's not getting paid like a manager.
But that's something outside of the football. Something outside of football. You know what I'm saying? But he's getting paid. Like with Flacco, if that run game is going and that defense is doing what he does, like he's a killer on the play action.
I understand what you're saying.
He can throw it a mile.
I get it. But he's getting paid like Rodgers, Brady, Staff. Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
So I completely agree with you, but he's overpaid, and his cap number is crazy. They can't sign anybody on the Ravens because of that.
Yeah.
They can't sign anybody. But Jets pick, they keep saying that Darnold and Allen going 1-2. That's what the mock drafts are all saying. I have no problem getting Josh Rosen with the 3rd pick. I'm not worried about the off the field stuff. My understanding is he has a liking for New York. Wants to play in that big stage.
Rosen,
yeah. So I don't mind them drafting him. I do not want Baker Mayfield.
Wow.
I followed the Big 12 a lot in the past couple years. I think he's all system. Look, we have my man from Baylor on our team right now, Bryce Petty. Or did they call him already? We still got him on the roster, right?
Still around.
Throwing up crazy numbers at Baylor. And look, he's been able to do nothing in the NFL. And Baker Mayfield is like Doug Flutie type body. Like I don't want to.
Nah, Doug Flutie was 5'9".
Baker Mayfield what? 5'11"?
6'1".
I don't think he's 6'1". Because they compare him to Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is what? 6 foot tall?
He's 5'11".
5'11". That's what I'm saying. Drew Brees has gotten away with it, but
they said the combine he was 6 3/4.
If we're worried about being able to play in New York, Josh Rosen's not the one I'm worried about. Baker Mayfield is. Because those fans, Oklahoma, they loved him. Booed him. I mean, they didn't never booed him. Whether he was throwing the ball out of bounds or whatever, they supported him. When he was running from the cops, when he was trying to arrest him, they supported him. In New York, they got maybe 6 games to get it together, brother.
See, but the thing about Baker Mayfield, what I like about him is, like, boom, walked on to Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm.
Rooted his way to the starting lineup. Like, didn't he, like everyone says, like, they call him Rudy, but like he didn't just get in the game. That nigga became the starter from a walk-on.
Right.
Then he was like, and that's a system, the Red Raider system, you know what I'm saying, air raid system, you put up numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went to Oklahoma.
Got some real talent around him.
Walked on. Fought his way to that QB1.
Right.
Became a Heisman, you know what I'm saying, candidate. Didn't he? Oh, no, he won one, right?
He won the Heisman this past
year. Yeah, this past one. Like, he got moxie. Like, I like that one clip where he went to the, you know what I'm saying, the coin toss. He extends his hand and the other team, you know what I'm saying, was like, nah, we ain't shaking hands with you niggas. And he was like, okay. Yeah. And that whole game,
try to light him
on
up.
their ass, chirping and put numbers on them. And every time he did something, he let them know he was doing something. Like, I like that attitude. I like that competitive.
That works in college, though. In the NFL, you try that, and them dudes is going to come eat you alive, man.
It's working for Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers hasn't been, well, maybe because he's playing in San Diego, nobody paying him any mind. But
Phillip Rivers loses games 33 to 37 every week.
no, he put up. I'm not saying he won't put up numbers. I'm just saying that his attitude. He used to be like that when he was younger. I haven't seen it in the past few years from Phillip Rivers. But listen, I don't know. I just Baker Mayfield. I don't know if it would. New York, I think, would get tired of the act quick. You know what I'm saying?
He wins.
Yeah, winning is a cure-all. Don't get me twisted. He's putting up numbers. He's putting up numbers, and when winning games, he go 10-6 first year, 11-5, whatever. I don't care what he does. But I'm just saying, you go 2-6 the first 8 games, and you acting like that, New York will turn on you quickly. They will turn on you quickly.
Yeah.
Jets don't have a 2nd round pick. The Giants need to just plug holes wherever, especially that offensive line. I think the Jets, see, I like the fact that they traded up. People were saying that they gave up too much for that 3rd pick. I like the fact that they traded up because the Jets got plenty of cap space that they can also carry over to next year.
Yeah.
So whatever holes that you need to plug in, you can do that next year. Hopefully they're competitive.
Hold on. I would be so happy if the Browns and the Giants went quarterback, because I'm taking Saquon.
Hold up. So, okay. 2 quarterbacks go in the first 2 picks. You got the 3rd pick, you're the Jets. You're not taking quarterback?
I can take Baker or Allen or Baker or Rosen. I'm going Saquon.
What?
I'm going Saquon.
You don't have a quarterback?
I don't need a quarterback with my defense.
Come on.
I can plug in McCown. I can plug in Bridgewater. I can throw in Hackenberg or Petty, and we're going to win 10 games.
I'll say
Saquon in that defense.
I'll say this. I want to give Bridgewater a shot. I think you need to give him a few games to see, because he wasn't fully healthy last year, even though they activated him. I think this year, another offseason of recuperating and working out and getting stronger. I want to give him a chance. So I know they got McCown to be the starter, but I would like to see Bridgewater get some burn before, even if we do draft a quarterback. I still want Bridgewater to get some burn.
Yeah.
Just to see what he's got left. He's a young kid. The kid's like, what, 24? 25?
Good.
So look, I want to see him get an opportunity to legit show what he could do. You know, whoever we draft, if it's a quarterback, let him sit on the pine for a year. But that's interesting what you're saying, number 4, drafting a quarterback. Drafting Saquon. I don't think you give up that much in the NFL draft to draft a running back.
True.
If we kept, I thought we were from 6 to 3, right? Right?
If you think he's the best player in the draft, doesn't matter what you get.
But listen, we went from 6 to 3.
Yeah.
If we stayed at 6 and didn't give up anything,
no way
and those quarterbacks went, then of course I take Saquon.
Yeah, if he drops to 6, you're blessed.
But
there's no way he's at 6, so maybe you do.
Well, who's got 5? The 4. The Broncos, I think. The Broncos are up there, and I think the Bills, are up there.
The Broncos haven't won a championship since when they won a championship, they had a quarterback and they had a run game.
They had everything. They had a defense.
You know what I'm saying? People need to stop acting like if you can't give a running back the ball 3 times and he gets 3.5 yards every time, that moves chains.
It's just the way that the NFL
That moves
is built.
chains and eats clock.
But the NFL is built for you to throw the ball down the field now.
That's how the NFL wants it to be because it's exciting.
Right.
But do you want to win games in January? Run that ball.
You gotta be able to throw it too. I understand you taking Saquon, but you don't have a quarterback on your roster.
You want to be able to throw the ball in January? Run that ball.
So you good to go in the war with the Jets defense, Saquon Barkley, and McCown as a quarterback.
Yes. With that run game, we got to the AFC Championship with Mark Sanchez. McCown's better than Mark
You're talking about
Sanchez.
different defense though. Our defense ain't that defense yet. Not yet. Not yet. We might get there. We're not there yet though. We're not that defense yet. No. We don't have a Revis on our team yet.
Tremaine Johnson?
I think we overpaid for him.
This
We overpaid for him.
This is where Tremaine is.
Revis in his prime.
Revis in his prime.
His prime.
Revis is in prime. All right, this is Dion. This is Revis in his prime. Like everybody else was down
I
here.
don't think Tremaine is up there yet though.
But regular Revis, like when Revis Island was becoming Revis Island, Tremaine can give us just as much of that. And we got 2 better safeties.
2 better safeties, I agree. Your D-line disappointed me last year. Leonard Williams ain't show out the way I thought he was going to.
That was mostly because they didn't really have
Like what was
the
this going?
symbiotic, like there needs to be a symbiotic relationship between your secondary and your D-line. Your D-line needs to put enough pressure on the quarterback that your secondary doesn't have to defend him so long. And your secondary has to play tight enough that your defensive line gets that extra split second to make that sack.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't happening for the Jets yet. You know what I'm saying? Because we're still kind of young. We got the young safeties, so you know what I'm saying? 3, 4, like that 5th second, they're gonna break free, and that's when the sacks happen. Between 3.5 and 5 seconds,
Yeah, right.
you eat. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And if your secondary isn't able to do that yet, you know what I'm saying? And Maurice Claiborne, he's just getting back to being consistent.
Did we re-sign him?
I think we're still trying to get him.
Okay, he's
in
still a
the
free
fold.
agent, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
But I think we're gonna be better. You know what I'm saying? I really liked the jump that our outside linebackers took last year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jenkins was playing better, he was rushing and passing better. And Molden went down, he got injured, but Bass and Donahue,
Yeah. Young
they
guys.
were decent. You know what I'm saying? They put pressure and I like Kevin Green as a coach. He was a sack master. He used to fucking rush the quarterback like his head was on fire.
And who's the young cat that we picked up to play inside linebacker? Williamson?
Yeah, Avery
Avery
Williamson. He's a tackling machine.
He's underrated, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They say he can't play on 3rd down, but I think we picked up Kevin Pierre-Louis. He can't play on the first 2 downs, but he can cover the shit out of something.
Shout out to my Haitians. Got a Haitian on the squad.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? But I love Darren Lee.
Yeah.
Like everybody was mad at him because they were like, he's so little.
He's a coverage linebacker though, no?
Locking shit up last year was a problem.
Okay.
Like so fat coming, like he started blitzing better last year. Like I really like Darren Lee. I feel like he's gonna be him and Leonard. They're gonna be stalwarts on our defense for years.
Yeah, I hope so.
There's our big 4: Darren Lee, Williams, and them 2 safeties.
I wouldn't have been mad at the Jets if they had re-signed Richardson.
Shelton?
I wouldn't have been mad.
I like him, you know what I'm saying? Like he's a handsome fellow, looks like me, so got that going for him. Yeah, but I liked the energy that he brought to the team, like that. I don't give a fuck. I'm doing me. Like that's why I like Baker. You know what I'm saying? He would bring that to the quarterback position where.
But attitude aside, I don't know if the skill set is there, man. I think it's too much.
He's the most accurate quarterback out of in the lot.
Is he?
Yes. Like,
I don't know, man. A lot of times the wide receivers in Oklahoma was wide open.
Yeah, and
they don't play defense in the Big 12 at all.
And he hit them. That's why they were scoring 13
TCU the
games.
only one that play any type of defense.
True. But he did his numbers.